Hi leaders, we are back at it. I have my spiritual gangster shirt on because we're back to the tough love. So today we're going to be talking about our inner voice. And if you have not read or listened to the book Untethered Soul, I encourage you to do that, because what he has you do in that book and what we're going to do today is we're going to name that inner voice. And they talk about it as your inner voice is like an annoying roommate that you're stuck your entire life with, that is going to commentate on everything that happens in your life, and they're negative and they look for what's wrong. It's another thing I want us to think about is that we are hardwired to look for what's wrong in our life. That is a survival skill that was important for us for a long time, is to look for what was wrong. Because if you were looking at the flowers and you were enjoying the sunset and you're watching for a tiger, you were dead and you did not evolve to be where we are today. So our brains are hardwired to look for what is negative, but it's fun to think about it as not us and like it's another part of us, or like that voice. So if you picture that in your head, this roommate that is always living with you, looking for what's wrong, looking to look at the perspective of the negative side, and you can just name it. And I know Nikki names hers Nicole, mine is Gail, just because I think it's funny. But you can just say, like, that's enough. Like, I don't need to hear that. And know that also that voice is really looking out for what's best for you. Like, the motive of that part of you is your survival. So not to think of it as something that's like, oh gosh, this voice again, or get irritated by it, but just like, thanks, sweetheart. Like, I appreciate you looking out for what's best for me. And I appreciate you trying to protect me, but I don't need that anymore. I don't need to be looking for what's wrong always in my life. And what I want to be looking for is the good things in my life. So appreciate that part of yourself, because it is there to help you to survive. And sometimes it's useful, but just being aware of it, naming it, noticing it, and knowing that it's not the real you. It's just that part of you. Like, a portion of your brain is just that watcher and that commentator that's always looking out for what's best for you. And it's a kind voice. It doesn't have to be like this source of irritation, but it also isn't going to guide us, and we're not going to have it be a part of the person that we are. So name your inner voice today, write it down, maybe put it on a little sticky note. And then every time she tries to say something to you, just say, thanks, sweetheart. I appreciate that you're looking out for me, but I'm going to look for what's good in this situation. I'm going to look on the bright side, even with all that's going on. Remember when we went back to, like, is it helpful? Is it helpful for me? Is it helpful for me to look at that what's wrong in this situation? Sometimes it is. If it's not, then just thanks for looking out for me, and I'm going to move on with my life and look at what's good in this situation. So name your inner voice. Notice it today as many times as you can. When she's trying to look out for you, she's not you. Give her a little hug, give her a little pat on the booty, and send her on her way. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Leadership training.